So when we look at, I'll just go, let P of X equal all of this. When we look at our first and last one, and if we could factor it, does it make sense that when you write all of your factors, you'll probably have a 3x, an x, and an x in order to get that 3x cubed? And then for your orange numbers that are going to go here, they have to multiply to get you a 2. So possibilities are only like 1 and 2. So I always start with the easiest numbers. We'll start with those ones. If you find one that is a factor, then you can use synthetic division and solve it. I mean, you can find out if it's a factor with synthetic division as well, but if you use 1 and negative 1, can you see how easy it is to figure out P of 1? Plug in 1, 3, minus 4, minus 5, plus 2. Get minus 4, right? Yes. Not a factor. So I don't have to do synthetic division for this one. But if I plug in negative 1, I'm going to get negative 3, minus 4, negative 7, plus 5, negative 2, plus 2, 0. It is a factor. So if I was asked to factor this completely, I need to find that first one. And in finding that first one, my last number tells me I should check plus or minus 1 and plus or minus 2. Question?
Yeah, I'm a little confused how you got P minus 1 equals 0.
So if you plugged in negative 1 for x,
Yeah.
then this would be negative 3.
Yeah.
Negative 1 squared would be positive times the negative 4. This would be negative 4.
Yeah, I see that.
And this will be plus 5.
I see.
And this will still be plus 2. If I add those all together, I'm going to get 0. So because I get 0, I've set up my synthetic division. This is in the right order. There's nothing missing, so I don't have to add any zeros. And I'm going to divide by x plus 1, so I put a minus 1 out in front. Bring down the 3. Multiply, add, multiply, add, multiply, add, and this is what I was looking for. I was looking for that remainder of 0. And now I can write my division statement. P of x equals x plus 1, leaving me with 3x squared minus 7x plus 2. And this is a quadratic, so now we can factor it like normal. The only way to get a 3x squared would be 3x and x. I need to get 2, so it's either 2 and 1 or 1 and 2. And I need my outside and my inside to make 7. So you see by putting a 2 here, my outside would be 6x, my inside 1x. 6 and 1 would make 7. I need a negative 7, so I would need a negative 6 and a negative 1. And now we factored it completely. So we need to find one factor. Once you find one factor, you can use synthetic division and write your division statement. As soon as this becomes a quadratic, you can factor using your old factoring skills. This one started with an x cubed. Does it make sense that as soon as you took something out, you're going to be left with an x squared? You are going to get ones that start with an x to the 4. And if you factor one thing out, what's going to be left? An x cubed. And you're going to have to do this process again. Find another one that works. Sometimes the same one works twice.
So
Not
are
always.
you going to give us that just says like x to the 7?
X to the 753. You should be busy for at least an hour.
What would be the highest of the test?
5.
Make it 7.
5.
Make it 7.
Make it 7.
Just get extra 3 marks. It's not that hard.
It's not that hard, right?
Give us
And once you get one, you just have to redo it to get another one.
give
And then redo it to get another one,
Give us
until you
marks.
get down to that quadratic. And then you're fine.
give us a take-home quiz that's just one really long one that's just like to the 7 or to the 8 or something.
3 marks.
It could be that both the x minus 1 and the x plus 1 wouldn't work. Then, after that, you have to go to 2s,
Oh, okay.
right? In this case, it was actually impossible for both the x plus 1 and x minus 1 to not work. Because really, if I have to put numbers in those orange spaces, and they have to multiply to get 2, can you see that the only options are, I have to put in 2 1s and 1 2. And it's impossible not to put, I could have put a 1 in here. Is that, I'm not sure if that happened.
That did happen.
It did happen, right? And so then there was a 2 here and a 1 here. So I knew that x plus 1 or x minus 1 was going to work. But sometimes you get a number at the end that's not so nice, like a 2. Like I could give you, I don't know, 24. 24 would have 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8. 4 and 6. So then and then plus or minus could be either positive or minus on any of those. So sometimes you could be checking a long time before you get one that works. All right, questions for practice on this one. 5, 9, 10b, and 11.